Okay. I told you guys, I think I got that on. I told you guys I was going to be right back. So I'm right back, and we're going to get in healing your silence. Before I get into that, I want to thank my girl, Vanessa. Her YouTube channel is Healing in Your Silence, and she inspired this one. I want to also thank Chelly, Chatting with Chelly. Go check her out. Because tonight's your live tonight that you did with Pastor Brian was my confirmation for something. I'm talking about he nailed it. It was like the man was in my damn mind. He nailed it because I prayed about it. I was like, God, I just need confirmation because this is something that I really want to do. I know who I want to do it with. And when he went into, girl, I'm gonna have to call you because we don't get a narcs no information. But I'm gonna tell you right now, queens, thank y'all. And King, I thank you as well. God is using y'all. When the man started talking, and Vanessa, girl, I love that. You know what? I wanted to tell you, I hope you're watching this. I want to tell you, I know you do Friday nights, but I love when you do Saturdays because nobody's doing Saturdays. You know, I do it, but way later than you do it. And that makes my night when I'm able to, listen to you while I'm at work or whatever. So I love that. I know the clubhouse goes on Saturdays too with Chile, but that's a little bit more difficult for me. But I'm trying to support you guys. And I thank you guys for your support. All right. So thank you, Vanessa, once again for this one. Healing your silence. Healing your silence after being with a knock. Because you know that when you are with a knock and they do all that gaslighting, lying, word salad confusion, lying, cheating, deceiving, financial abuse, spiritual abuse, all they cray that they've been doing all their life in a circle with everybody and anybody that they ever encounter, except for the people that they want to keep the mask on, or they're flying monkey. They don't gotta keep the mask on. The mask is when they're being fake with everybody, pretending that they're this Mr. Rogers or Mrs. Roger ass person, but behind closed doors, they are a monster. They are a monster, and they love putting on that mask. Because when you get out of it and you might want to go tell people, you sound crazy as hell telling people what they did. But not everybody that damn stupid. And this is why you are silent. This is why you are silent. Silencio. This is why you're silent. Because you believe that. You think that no one would believe what you really encountered with this person that they never saw. The real person. So when you're with the narc and they're doing all these things, and I'll give you an example. I was just never no one to argue with a fool. Even when I didn't even know what a narc was, I knew that whatever that narc was saying, I was taking it in. And my spirit and me and self was like, don't even say nothing. Don't say nothing. Because what this clown is talking about, clowns, because I'm talking about more than one narc. Me and self was like, don't even say nothing. Don't even say anything. You let them talk. And I took it all in. When I was with these knocks, especially the one knock that wanted to threaten my existence, I thought I didn't hear it. You know, if somebody threatened you, some people be like, are you threatening me? Sometimes silence is a bullet. Silence is a bullet. Okay? And I wasn't. And the old me, and I'm talking about the old me before the narc. Because I had several stages of getting to God. So the old me, like back in the day me, would have went ham. Threw them bowls, said all type of things that would have made me even look like the narc. But at that time, I was way more mature. Now, although I didn't like what was going on, I knew, the first thing I knew was I'm not going to try to change it. Because I don't want you to change nothing for me. If this is who you are, be who you are. I was never one of these people like, I don't like this. I don't want you to do this. Because they know what they're doing. They know that if you like something and don't like something. And even okay, let's push it. Even if you say, well, okay, that was okay, but I didn't like that. They will gaslight you or rage to make you think that you're crazy about it, or try to make you think something else about it. I'll give you an example. It can be someone that been married all their life, and they got married. Let's say they got married right out of high school, and you someone that was single, up until whatever, your 20s. So you got a chance to experience dating and having fun, but they was married. So they were trying to fake live this married life. So let's just say now they're way older and they get divorced. Or maybe a widow or widower. And they would, do all these things. And you'd be like, oh, maybe it's because they never experienced that. Yes, they did. They was doing it the whole entire time. But you thought like, well, I won't try to make them feel like they're trapped. And they can just, sow they wild oats or whatever. And then when they figure it out, they figure it out. But they shouldn't be doing that with you. Not to do that with you. You're not going to sow your damn wild oats while you with me. You go do what you got to do. And once you figure out that all the stuff that you were doing out there didn't work for you. And then you decide that, okay, I went out there and that didn't work for me. And if you still accept me, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let me get into the notes. All right. So healing your silence. All right. And I said that. When you were with a narc, you never showed or told anyone that you were being abused. I didn't say that. I'm sorry. You never showed or told anyone that you were being abused. Maybe because you was embarrassed. Maybe that you was confused. So you just kept quiet. And whatever the narc said, he or she, you just rolled with it. Even though you didn't like it. And even when you tried to say something, they just flipped it and reversed it. Confused you even more. Threw you back 10 steps when you was already 2 steps ahead of them. Because that's what they do. They're going to do what they want to do. And what they do, you can't do. And I used to think it was a money thing. Like, if they got more money than you, they feel like they can do. Nah, poor narcs do the same thing. Ugly narcs do the same thing. Fat narcs do the same thing. And I'm talking about narcs, so I'm saying these terms. I ain't talking about anybody else. They all do the same thing and think they are entitled because of whatever it is they think they're entitled to. Or whatever they think they got that makes them entitled. Let's put it that way too. Okay? What you're dealing with is an embarrassment. And so you don't want to tell anyone. Hell yeah, it's an embarrassment. You know how embarrassing it is? Like I said in the first video, that your guy or your girl is out there on social media kicking the bobos like they single. Because narcs are always single in a sick ass mind, even though you're there. So they behave like a single person, available person, a quickie, or whatever. So that all that does is embarrass you. Some people don't even look at them. They look at you. When the narc is out there acting all type of fool, and even when you're blinded by what they're doing, other people see it, and they're looking like, damn, you stupid as hell. Woo-woo tried to holler at me, and she tried to holler at me, and do you ain't see what he just did? And he just touched her behind, and y'all, we thought y'all was like that. Okay? Because when you're done with them, everybody start to tell you what they saw. And thought y'all was like that. Just like the narc did the same thing when you met them. Okay, narcs want you to keep the abuse a secret so they can remain looking like the nice person. That person that everybody saw with the mask. That's what they do. Once they walk out that door, or once they walk out that office, when they walk into another door, you wouldn't even believe it. They can walk out the office and walk right into what the hell you call them? The H house, because I'm trying to think of the real name. The H house, or the strip club, or they can walk out your house and walk right into the new supply house, or they can walk out your house and just flag down any streetwalker, or they can walk out your house or get out your car and go over here on the curb. They don't give a damn what they do, okay? Every time they're not in your sight, they're a whole other person. Even when they're in your sight, they're a whole other person. Because you're trying to figure out, who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? I remember one time calling a narc, and when the narc answered the phone, the narc's voice sounded like a whole nother person. I am in my brain thinking, like, why are you trying to disguise your voice? What the hell is this? But my spirit always told me when something was wrong. I got something else talking about my spirit with that the fake ass supply, but that's a whole nother video. When you get out, you begin to heal from that silence. Yes, you do. When you get out, you don't do what the narc do. You don't go just run to somebody else to heal your pain. You go to God to heal your pain. So you and God have this period where you have to isolate, and it's just all about you and God. But narcs can't do that. Narcs can't live an hour by them themselves. They're already setting up something. So every hour that they need supply or someone there, they don't give a damn how they get it. Pay for it. Use somebody, abuse a family member. It doesn't even really matter. Bring in a family member, move in somebody. Even if it's somebody they don't want to deal with, but they got somebody there. But for those people that can live alone, you are the proof of strength. You are the strongest one ever, because you're living life, building life, replacing everything, and because you rebirth. And you're discovering the new you, and you're in your awakening stage. You are on your journey. So you just need that time. Run into a new relationship is something that a narc do. And if you are a single person, narcs be looking like, hey, you can't get nobody. Yes, the hell you can. Especially if you want to get them the way they can. Because you can get people from a dime a dozen. But after a narc, you don't want that. You want the right person. You want the right person. You're not going to just take or scrape up anything or accept anything after them. What they did for you is what they didn't want to do for you is make you stronger. They didn't want to make you stronger. And that's what they did. Let's keep it on moving, because, like I said, healing your silence. Now you're not stifled anymore. And it doesn't matter if you are someone that's telling people, or you wrote a book, or you're a content creator. I know I said this the other day, or whatever. But when you decide to voice what you've been through, you are healing that silence, because you were never, ever, ever able to tell that narc exactly how you felt or what was on your mind. I know some of you guys wanted to cuss that thing out, call that thing out, and all that. And if you one of them people, and I'm not trying to say I'm the strongest person, but I never argue with a fool. We weren't going to have no conversation at all. Because how I felt and what I thought was the final decision. How about that? So every time the narc tried to gaslight me, or try to provoke me into an argument, or try to project or make me the crazy one, it never worked. Now, what did work, I was feeling some type of way, but that was my spirit. God wanted me to feel that way. It wasn't the narc. God wanted me to feel that pain. God wanted me to try to recognize and understand what I was going through and why I was feeling that. I never in my life ever encountered such a thing. Now, I did encounter many narcs in my life, but each narc was different. God did something where he put so many mal narcs in my life. And then the one that was like, where I felt like, and shout out to my girl Sharon, And I don't want to say what she said because, I mean, it's true, but it's really awful. But when you get to the point where you're with them to the point like, damn, I wish somebody, so, because you think that's the only way out. But that's not the only way out, and you don't have to wish that on anybody. But when you get to the point that you rather wish somebody was so you can just live a normal life, that's God saying, this ain't right. This ain't right. But the devil wants to turn up, and they're like, okay, I'm going to send something in the worst you ever had. And that was the mistake right there. That was the mistake right there. Because when you're messing with the chosen one, God's child, God's children, super empaths, supernova. When an empath goes supernova, it's a dangerous thing. We'll talk about that on Thursday. Okay? But when you get to that point where you experience the most evilest person in your life, it really changes your whole eternity. And a whole new you is born. That person is gone. Go say a prayer. Do what you gotta do. Spread the ashes. That person is gone. And like I said in the first video, that knock and come back. I don't care if it was 1, 2 days, 10, 20 years. And they'll be like, hey, how you doing? And you, the new you, would not recognize them. The new you would not recognize them. You'd be like, I'm sorry, maybe you think I'm someone else. And they'll be like, no, and you would literally be like, I don't know who you are, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. Because that is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is, and they do not want that type of rejection. They do not want that type of rejection, because that rejection is a rejection that they will regret. They will regret for the rest of their lives. Let's keep it moving. Like I said, when you tell people the truth of what you went through, some of them will help you, some of them won't. Some of them will understand, some of them won't. So maybe you have to just go to the ones that, even if they wasn't narco-aware, they're spiritual. So that they would actually tell you the spiritual side of what you've been through. But I thank God that the people that I went to in the beginning knew exactly everything. And then everything started falling into place. Whether it's narc abuse or awareness channels, books, group classes, you are healing. You are healing that silence. Because now you're not just dealing with it by yourself. You're not just dealing with it by yourself. It's like a jar that, like shaking up a soda. I'm sorry. It's like shaking up a soda, and you're shaking it up and you're shaking it up, and the bottle is slowly uncorking. And finally it uncorks and explodes. That's you expressing your voice. Because as long as it was shaking up and nobody uncorked it, that was you in silence. But God uncorked it, so everything fizzed about the bottle, and you exploded, and you expressed everything that you're going through, and then you got to the point where you're helping other people, and whether the narc knows or not, you are a new person. Somebody that they did not know, and they do not want to know, and they do not want to revisit whatever they think you are or what they thought you were. They don't want to revisit that. They don't want to revisit that, because narcs get triggers too. But when you load it up with the Holy Spirit and the light, because you are the chosen one, bullets is not stronger than that. So we're going to end this. When you do get a chance to express yourself, you're very loud. You are very loud. You are exposing the narc. You are uncovering and not embarrassing anymore. You're not embarrassed anymore, and you are exposing what you've been through. And even if it was just to vent, you also are helping other people. However that you do this exposure. If you do this exposure, whether it's content creators, a book, a journal, groups, Zoom, private sessions, you are releasing that. You are releasing the dragon. And then God can burn it down and send that thing right back to hell. Yes, the narc will still be there. But that demon that was attached to the narc that tried to take you down went back to hell. And then Satan got mad at them. And now they're 10 times punished because they did not succeed with their mission. And they sent one of Satan's demons back to hell. So now Satan got to do some more work. Pissed off at them. And now they have to suffer even more because the new supply that they got, Satan didn't even want that one. Satan already had that one. But the one that, if they got one that Satan didn't have, and it's another supernova or a super empath, they're going to be regretting that they got that one. Because now they got to deal with God, the Most High, again. So how many times you think Satan's going to assign them a supernova? To the point that Satan going to take them out. Satan gonna take them out. So while they're thinking everything that they're doing to everybody is so fun with that nasty ass narc smirk, where y'all at now? Where y'all at now? The best y'all ever had is gone. You can't never get it back because it's deleted. Y'all deleted that. Y'all deleted that person. So get your kudos. That person gone. Gone. So the person that you think that you were with and you want to go back, you're going to approach a whole nother thing because that person don't even know you. Think about my metaphors. Think about my metaphors and use it. Closing. Healing your silence will prevent you from ever being silent about people or things that ever hurt you. That's how you healing your silence. It would literally prevent you from being silent ever again. Or accepting something or someone that would make you silent. This is one of my best videos tonight. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to boast. But this is one of my best videos tonight. Because I wrote it ahead of time. And although I got on and off my notes, the Holy Spirit really did work with me tonight. The Holy Spirit really did work with me tonight. And for anybody that never got to this point at the video, it wasn't meant for you. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys, my subscribers, my new subscribers, all my listeners, supporters, commenters, like all you guys on all the platforms. I just want to thank you guys. Because God is giving me a new journey. And I hope that I can take this journey with you guys as well. And I hope that I can help someone with what I do. Your girl is getting there. And with that being said, good night. God bless you guys.